Hi, I'm Joe Mechlinski. I'm the CEO of entreQuest. I'm a Baltimore boy. I grew up in Baltimore City, right in Highlandtown. And I've got just kind of a great family that made sure that I didn't break too many laws and too many rules. And I went to Patterson High School. So since we're in Baltimore, everybody wants to know where you went to high school. And from there, I was lucky enough to get into Johns Hopkins. And I played football there. And going from Patterson to Hopkins was also just an amazing learning experience. I went to school with guys that are doctors and fancy Wall Street bankers and people that are super successful right now. And it taught me a lot. It taught me how to overcome the gap and deficit I had from an academic background. It taught me to, there was a whole new world here in Baltimore City that was sort of, enclaved called Hopkins. And again, it just was a great sort of learning experience. And so that was actually where I started my entrepreneurial career. I was working a bunch of jobs and I couldn't find a way to basically make enough money, to make ends meet while I was in school. And so I, started painting houses. And it turned into this like little mini kingdom and empire of college kids. And we went from about 5 people to about 150 in 3 years in terms of employees. And I just got the entrepreneurial bug. And that was great because I love the idea of providing value and service to people and certainly getting paid for it. And then I also love the idea of providing opportunities for others. And so I know that sounds like it should be, sitting on a Facebook post somewhere, but my dad has given me so much. And one of the things that he would always, kind of give me, which is, you've got to treat your employees like your clients and your clients like employees. And I give him the credit for a lot of my values and principles. And so, I started a bunch of other small businesses and some were good and some were total disasters. And I love business. I think it's a pure sport. Whether you're good enough. You hear from your customers about what you should do. And I fell in love with it. And so right out of college, I started entreQuest with a partner. And we have gone through some serious ups and downs. But as a small management consulting firm that really focuses on talent, how do you help a company build a mission-driven growth machine, it's been just a great learning experience. And we've got an amazing team here in Baltimore. And that's how we got here. The thing that I've taken out of the last 15 years, if we're going to scale, we need to have a big vision. And so one of the things that has been really exciting about entreQuest in the last year or so is that we've been able to cast a vision over the next 10 years to build this almost cluster or ecosystem of companies that are going to help companies grow regardless, that are going to help them from an HR point of view, from a talent acquisition standpoint, from a strategy point of view. We may get into different lines of businesses, and the bigger our vision gets, the better talent we keep attracting. And so recently we've appointed a managing partner to our consulting practice. He's someone I've known for a long period of time, and Andrew Friedman. And you don't get a guy like that unless you've got, a big vision where you want to basically solve the world's problems. And so I feel like the bigger our vision, the bigger problems we take on, the better talent we'll bring in. And again, on the talent acquisition side of our business, we just brought in Chris Steer, and he's equally amazing. I would love to tell my younger self to appreciate the ride a little bit more. And what I mean by that is, we've had the chance to work with more than 500 companies over the last 15 years. And I can't tell you how much, not only have I learned and gained from those experiences, but there were some really fun moments of watching companies just totally kill it. And I don't know that I always appreciated it as much as I probably could have. So whether it was a company once that we worked with that went from 2 million to 50 million and the guy sold, to other instances where we helped companies go from 10 to 30 million and do really well. And I would say, I'd go back to that younger Joe and say, you should smell the roses a little bit more every once in a while. You're doing good work. You're doing good work.